What's up, everybody? We're on our way to bike night. It is starting to get quite cold now. But who cares? I want to ride. So, I know it's been a little while since I posted. A lot has happened. Just been super busy with work, so I apologize. But I wanted to talk about this thing that's been going on. I mean, it is all over my Instagram feed. I see Jigsaw make videos about it. There is this one particular, kind of like TikToker, biker. He does the dancing in the gas station parking lot kind of thing with his bike. And he got in a bad accident, right? And the video came out of his accident where he was riding in the rain, trying to get away from cops, and then got ran over by cops. So I'm not going to celebrate that. I'm really not going to judge him at all. I'm just saying the context for what I'm talking about is, it's this week in motorcycle culture of that event happening, and a ton of people on Instagram making derivative content from it, right? Mocking him or whatever. And my point is, you can say whatever you want about it. It's good, it's bad, it's indifferent, that he, did that and then started a GoFundMe. But I gotta say, one of the things I love the most about motorcycle culture is that there are gatekeepers to it in some way. And, you might hear that and be like, oh, gatekeeping is bad and you should be inclusive and let everyone in. Well, let me finish. Motorcycling is the most welcoming community. It is by far the most just like arms outstretched, ready to welcome you in. You want to learn, you want to get a bike, you want to get a beginner bike, you want to start going to bike nights, meetups and stuff. They are super excited to meet you. Like, I'm heading to a bike night right now, right? I'm sure I'm going to meet new people there. I'm going to have fun with some people that I know there. I'm going to look at some cool bikes, right? It's just like all around, very good time, good vibes, right? And the reason why I say that the gatekeeping on motorcycles is good, excuse me, I have a Volkswagen running up behind me. The reason why I say gatekeeping is good is because the motorcycle community is one of the last communities, I feel like, where there's no hierarchy really. Like, it's pretty flat, it's pretty peer-to-peer, but there's still like people out there willing to correct you and call you out on bad behavior. And I think that's gone from a lot of other like groups and clubs and stuff like that. I think about, like, if you want a job, right, you got to have references for this job application. They're going to look into your background, stuff like that. Maybe if you want to go to like certain schools, like higher education programs or religious groups, you might have people kind of check in, just wanting to make sure like your background checks out, like you are who you say you are or whatever. But there are very, very few things left in this world. The culture of the United States in 2025 is you're supposed to accept everyone regardless of kind of what they do. But I gotta say, the gatekeeping on motorcycle community is actually one of the really good benefits of it. Like, tonight we're gonna go to this bike night. We're going to this brewery. It's in downtown, and they've got rules. Like, you can't sit there and rev, you can't do illegal things, you can't buy underage people alcohol, you can't do all these things, and all that is to promote like good behavior, high integrity, and it's a good thing at the end of the day that we can do that, and that we can all like kind of hold each other accountable. It's like you see something messed up on someone's bike, you're going to tell them it because you're trying to keep them safe, right? You see bad behavior, people will be like, hey, cut it out, come on, you don't need to sit here and just be revving like crazy, or else we won't be welcome back here, right? You can't change things negatively for everyone, right? There's some accountability, and that's exactly the way I see this situation this week. So some people see it as like, oh, you're being mean and mocking, right? All these people on Instagram, and I think some of them are kind of crossing the line. It's like, all right, we don't need to be like delighting in someone getting run over. Like, I personally wouldn't want someone to delight in me getting run over, so I won't delight in them getting run over. But honestly, I hope this is like a really good opportunity for them to realize, like, you have a platform, you have a voice, and you're representing this broader community really poorly in this way by your actions. And like, I fully hope that he makes a full recovery. I hope he gets to ride again, and I hope that when he does ride again, he does it more responsibly. He can encourage other riders to be more responsible and not run from cops and not do all this kind of stuff. And also, that's like, you gotta have some integrity. Like, if you crash and it's your fault and you were doing something you shouldn't have done, and especially if it's illegal, like running from the cops in the rain with no gloves on, like, you shouldn't start a GoFundMe. That's just dishonest. That's just taking advantage of people who have like big hearts and are trying to help people. And that money should go to people who are like actual victims of things. And so that's one of the things, like, I just love about this community. It's like, I know not everyone's calling this person up to like high integrity in the kindest way, and some people are definitely, you know, having fun making fun of him and just creating content off of it. But I really just, you know, the gatekeeping ultimately, I think, is good, because you got to learn how to act, you got to learn how to behave, you got to learn that certain behaviors are not acceptable. And, you know, you'll basically get ridiculed and mocked out of this community. And I'm not trying to celebrate, like, people getting kicked out of this community, but it's like, he's either going to find out that he's a person of high integrity and can, you know, fix his behavior and, you know, do things right and actually, like, represent people well, like this group well, or he'll figure out that like, this was so shameful and he can't own up to it, that he probably just kind of like disappears and goes away. Because I would think after so many people creating content that's kind of like dragging you through the mud and giving you a hard time about how dumb you were, that you're probably gonna be ashamed to show your face, which he doesn't show his face. So you know, kind of goes to prove what I'm saying. But I don't show my face either, but I also don't do illegal things and I don't do dumb things. There's a concept in motorcycling that's not really used very often, but a lot of people talk about like having a motorcycle mentor, like when they were newer to riding. And sometimes you hear about this like religious context, people like discipled or something like that. Like, basically it means like an older, wiser person comes alongside you and helps you through your dumb decisions you're making and ways you're kind of misrepresenting the group. I find it very interesting that that terminology is still used in motorcycling when it's kind of going like out of fashion in a lot of other ways. And I think it's good because, you know, although a lot of people are replacing actual motorcycle mentors with, you know, probably people like Yami Noob or people on the internet talking to them, I still think it's really good that it's like, you're humble enough to accept the advice of someone else. And that guy, if I had to guess, and I think a lot of people now don't really have motorcycle mentors, like an older guy that comes alongside you, or a father figure, or an uncle, or whoever it is, that kind of shows you the ropes of motorcycling, the culture, how to respect each other, how to be safe, how to survive a long time and enjoy this hobby for a good long life. And I think, you know, this is one of the byproducts we're seeing of that, where it's like people are being mentored sort of through like TikTok, where it's just like, oh, I just see people do dances all day on brain rot videos, and you know, I think motorcycles are kind of cool, so I'm going to combine these two. Maybe you just saw other people doing it, because I know it's a trend, which I totally don't understand, but you know, maybe this is one of those things where it's just the way the culture's going, the way technology's making things change. So this is an encouragement to you. If you have someone that needs some mentorship, that needs some encouragement to do the right thing, oh my goodness, that road just like moved away. So if you have someone that needs some encouragement, then, you know, make sure you give them that encouragement. help prevent them from becoming something like this guy, right? Where it's like, we gotta help each other. Nobody wants to see that be like someone they know behaving like that in public and you know, taking advantage of people. So I know that's why I go to bike nights, I go to these things. It's like, I care about the culture, I care about the people in it, and I don't want to see people doing dumb things that make us all look stupid. Because at the end of the day, motorcyclists are teachers, colleagues, friends, family, mothers, fathers, uncles, sisters, brothers. They are police officers. They are convicts. They are everyone on the spectrum who's really represented by this group, even though it's a pretty small group. So, yeah. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. Curious for your thoughts on this guy's recent incidents and, you know, your take on it. So, you all ride safe, and I'll catch you all on the next video. Thanks for watching.